to Panda a couple weeks ago, and I don't know if we lucked out that day. We had each just ordered a plate.
Yeah.
I don't know if I mentioned it to you.
I don't believe
and,
I believe I did. Over Discord.
And
carry on.
when the employee came to like bring us our thing, she like stepped aside with us and was like, "Yes, I made extra."
Oh
for
yeah,
the person ahead of you, and so I put it in here. We got 2 whole extra plates.
Oh, for
Holy
free. Okay.
2.
Yeah, that's quite a bit.
And it was like decent choices.
Yeah.
Not like stuff that we wouldn't eat.
I gotta go to Panda.
I got a
It's
whole
been
extra
while.
lunch and a whole extra dinner for free out of that.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And I'm just like, I really want to write a review like thanking her for that, but I don't know if she'll get in trouble for that. But
Well,
I want to be like, she was great.
Yeah, just write a BS review saying they were super, and it's not like
I
you're
also don't
lying. You
remember
say they're
her
super
name.
nice. Oh well, that's an issue.
We're pretty
have to
sure
remember.
that because we go to this place, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say just next time look for a name tag or something.
And we're pretty sure that the last time we went, they were like, "Oh, the orange chicken's gonna take extra time. Would you like some free drinks?" And we're pretty sure it was the same person.
No, it was a different person.
Oh, it was a
that
different
time.
person.
But
Either
it was,
way,
but it was
I mean-
the same establishment.
Right.
And so we're just like,
Which place is it? Which one is it? This is the one just
over there.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, right over there.
I think I know the place because it's been a while. Like I don't know. You'd have to have like a literal
Did you
baby.
ever
Or
hear the
something.
raccoon story?
No.
This was like before I started. It was one of my coworkers' like favorite story because he was the one to like witness it almost. Overnight a raccoon had gotten in because either like a window wasn't properly closed or a door or something. And that raccoon had a field day. It was just going.
Oh
tank
no!
to
Did
tank,
it just
grabbing
ate
these
fish?
and going
Oh,
nom, nom,
no.
nom, nom, and tossing what it didn't want.
Oh, hundreds of dollars of fish just eaten.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Oh.
Well, not hundreds of.
Oh,
Tens of thousands.
tens of thousands. Yeah, I was like,
Dozens.
oh no. Oh, that is so
and then,
bad.
And then it got into the freshwater building,
At least those fish
and
are
it went to
cheaper.
the bettas,
Uh-huh. Oh,
and
no.
the bettas are all in little cups, so it was just pop, yum,
Oh.
yum.
Oh my god.
It had a field day in there.
Oh,
And,
that had to have
like
been
it was
awful.
all on the cameras, but they were like, what could have done all of this? And my coworker was
What
like,
did they do to solve
was,
it?
It was, I don't know.
Because like literally it hasn't happened at least the time I've been here.
They must have like
They must have like sprayed
I think
animal
they saw
repellent or
where
something.
it had come in
Poison.
or something
Yeah.
and like
Close it off.
closed it off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
well that
It was
why all the fences have barbed wire.
raccoon's like
Wait,
best day. of
That's
his
probably
life.
why all the barbed wire is on all of the fences around. On the top of the fences. Because like
Also,
otherwise it would just
we're
climb
very
over top.
secretive.
Well, yeah, but like, yeah, but
We paint over windows.
yeah, that's true. It is. Yeah, they're pretty secret, and like I get it, but damn, that's wild. Like just tens of thousands of dollars of
Yeah.
fish. Just
I wish I could have seen
eaten.
it.
That's.
That's
I'm
so
glad I didn't
funny.
see it. It sounds hilarious. I would not have liked to have been in the office the day it happened.
Speaking of finances, though,
Yeah.
I was going through my Google Drive, and I found a document from our legendary.
The econ glass,
The
the
econ
econos,
class.
the econos.
And it was the one where it was like going through rough estimates for like your monthly expenses.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
how much you would need to make in order to sustain it.
Oh, how were those estimates compared to like today?
Aside
your
from the
actual
rent,
thing.
which was being generous at the time as well,
Uh-huh.
it was like pretty accurate.
Uh-huh.
Some of them were even a little higher. But
Interesting.
Guess-
Well, I mean, the goal was to overestimate your expenses,
Yeah.
from what I recall.
guess what the hourly rate that you need to make to have like a comfortable life was in 2017, according to Economy Teacher.
Oh, $30 an hour? No idea.
No, that's way too high.
Oh, okay.
Gretchen,
17.
that's pretty close. It was $18 an hour.
Shit, that's like... that's like $1 dollar or two above
It's
mid-wage.
it's less than $1 above LA's minimum wage.
Oh, that's right. LA has a slightly higher one. And then
Unless you're
a fast food worker, in which case
fast
your
food
mid-wage
or
is way
hotel.
higher.
And that was 9 years ago.
Oh, hotels also got the deal of
I
it being
think
higher?
so, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that.
Okay. But damn, yeah. I
So
mean,
if you account
hotel
for
workers.
inflation now, that would be like probably in the 20s, like
Yeah.
mid 20s.
yeah. I mean, like,
the federal minimum wage is still what, like
yeah. I feel yeah.
Federal's like
it's rough.
7.
barely even
It's
like
it's
no,
rough.
It's
It
under
is-
$8.
It's
Yeah.
yeah. Now, granted, the only places where that's actually the case is in places where rents and costs in general are significantly lower,
Yeah.
but it's still not like to the level. It is still whack. Is my understanding.
I saw this TikTok the other day, and this guy was like, people from other states always bother me, being like, why do you live in California? It's so expensive over there. And
Mhm.
he's like, yeah, so I'm poor, but I'm in Southern California.
Yeah,
It's
pretty nice.
it's like
It's
the
gorgeous.
beginning of the year, and it's sunny outside.
Yeah,
I'd rather be poor here
yeah,
than be poor in Nebraska.
yeah. Because it's interesting. There's certain dynamics, and remote work has obviously changed this quite a bit. So if you have a white collar job, you can effectively live a very fantastic life if you are able to work a job that pays well in a or work for a job that is in a place that pays very well while living remotely or doing your work remotely from a location where costs are significantly cheaper. But there's a lot of places
at
that
work who do that, and
Yeah, I'm jealous. I'm
They just
admittedly
fly
jealous.
in like
Yeah, when needed.
a few times a year for like a week,
Yeah,
and then they just go somewhere else.
I too am jealous of that, especially since I feel like at least the first half of my job is totally something that could be done from home because my supervisor has to do it from home occasionally or do some of the work. The problem is,
Even the HR lady, she's like in the office like
mhm.
once a week sometimes.
Yeah, well, yeah. Again, those specific jobs are in particular most easily able to be done remotely. But I'm a little jealous, but also there is some stuff that has to be done in person there, so it is what it is.
My entire job is in person.
Yeah, it is, and that's why people tend to like white collar jobs and try and move on to, move
Yeah,
up.
but I do like my job.
Yeah.
I don't want a job where I would just be sitting at a desk all day.
And there is some like somebody's got to do some of these jobs, so until we have ways to automate them, which may or may not actually happen.
Mm.
Yeah. The only thing is the jobs where you do like the physical work are valued less.
You'd be surprised. If
I
you're
mean,
talking about like, it depends on what kind of physical.
If you're
job
like
we're
a
talking about.
space engineer, then
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of physical jobs that are very well paying. They're well paying because they're hard to do,
Yeah.
and not many people like to do them. I mean, it's all about supply and demand for the most part.
Dirty
Yeah.
jobs with Mike Rowe.
Dirty jobs. Makes them sound like some underground like mafia. Dirty
Yeah,
jobs.
it was a show on the Discovery Channel. He'd go around finding the dirtiest jobs to do.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, it was pretty entertaining.
Okay.
That was
okay.
when the Discovery Channel was good.
Yeah. When they had like Mythbusters
Sorry,
and all that.
Discovery
stuff.
Channel was never my vibe. I was a Cartoon Network kid, and
I
like when I
mean,
wasn't Cartoon Networking, I
We
was doing
watched
something
Cartoon
else.
Network too, but
Yeah.
our dad was a nerd, so
Yeah, no,
So
fair
we
enough. Well,
became
so
nerds.
it's like again, it's like you probably had this experience as well, where your parents were also into crime shows, I presume, like FBI, CIA, NCIS, all that stuff.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
our dad
so
was into
That
NCIS.
was all the time. I mean, that was always on. If I would, I think I found my love for guns and stuff. I think I found the source.
like I didn't watch NCIS,
Mhm.
but I started seeing repeat episodes.
Yeah, no,
Because of how often my
Yep,
dad
yep,
was
yep.
watching NCIS, but I didn't see anything like. I would just have these huge gaps. I'm like,
yeah.
the continuity.
Yeah, no, you get to know the characters a little bit and some of their relationships, but then like the cases are completely. You're like, what is this case? Never heard of that one before, and then like, oh, I remember that. That was like a long time ago or something. Like it's just
like, well, they're all baby faced in this episode.
yeah. I mean, I didn't even see
It
like
must be an old one, but the last time I watched, they were all like things that clearly happened.
yeah. The crime shows I didn't get as much information about it because like I just didn't understand and like there was too many different versions of them and so I didn't keep track as much. But the one that my dad watches and rewatches all the time to where I started noticing repeat episodes and it was awful because I didn't like the humor in the first place and there was a joke character that gets made fun of all the time whose name is my name. It was 2.5 Men. My dad watches all the time and he laughs at the jokes, every single joke, and it is not my style of humor. I absolutely despise it. And I was just like, I've seen this episode. I've heard in the background like this episode. I know what happens during this episode multiple times. I cannot believe you continue to rewatch this.
But then at the same time, like if we were watching like Phineas and Ferb or SpongeBob or Avatar or whatever, and it was an episode that we'd seen before, our dad would walk in and be like haven't you seen this before? Why do you not watch it again? I'm like,
yeah. See, this is why
Excuse me, mister, I know every single mission in
was
the
gonna
Battle for Middle-earth 2 by heart, to the point where I stopped right before the final battle and build up my forces to an unstoppable amount.
There was one time, my dad and I had gone camping, and we left early because the weather changed, like it got really bad all of a sudden. So we were driving home in the middle of the night unexpectedly, and I was like, hey, can I play some music? And it was right after I had beaten Final Fantasy 15, and so of course I started playing the Final Fantasy 15 soundtrack. And I think I started with like a couple of my favorite ones, but I eventually just went through like all of it, and in the car ride just told him like the entire
plot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like he was engaging with it and stuff and like interested and like asking questions and stuff like that. And afterwards he was just like, why don't you remember stuff for school like you remember this?
If only our brains worked that way. You have to understand.
Hey, excuse me, you and I are the same.
Yeah. You have to understand. And like it's always gonna be that way. That's just kind of the dynamic between parents and children, or even people like friends and other friends or whatever. Like it's just, how can you remember that but not remember this other thing? Meanwhile, like, why do I have memorized so many different games and builds of like League of Legends, or also exactly how like memorized entire maps of FPS games, and also like have by memory the plot of a bunch of different anime, and also could probably recite from memory almost every single character in like 5 different gacha games. Look, I don't choose my hyperfixations, they just happen to me.
Yeah, my dad would be like, if I was struggling in a class, my dad would be like, it's okay, I understand. If I had a subject that I wasn't interested in, I always suffered. My grades suffered in those classes, so I understand.
It's hard.
But then at the same time, he's like,
you do have
why
to
don't
try.
you remember your school stuff as well?
Yeah. I mean,
maybe they
Jokes
were
on
as
them.
interesting.
I actually did remember my school stuff that well.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, I don't know. There's something to be said for, like, pushing through on stuff that you're not interested in because it's important, but also, yeah, it's hard. I mean, like, I wish I remembered a lot of the stuff or was as good at a lot of the stuff that was school-related as it was.
Yeah.
But,
like, you go do trigonometry at 7 in the morning, okay? And tell me how you do.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, math is the one subject where, like, I consider myself pretty good at math.
Yeah.
Even in college, like, we had math and then, like, math lab.
Yeah.
And the guy who was, like, the supervisor, I guess, for math lab was like, hey, you should consider getting, like, a math degree and becoming, like, a teacher or something. But, like, I cannot remember math formulas.
Yeah.
I simply cannot.
Well, the thing is, math is a very strange subject because it goes like basic principles of math. Trigonometry is a weird thing that's like math, but it's also not math. But it is math. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, then you go back to like more mathy stuff that like in algebra and stuff. And then like from there it branches out into like stuff that is more engineering related that's also like, it's math, but it's flawed math. It's bullshit math. It's whack ass math that like is needed and important for making these things work, but also is not even remotely related to the basic number. Well, okay, maybe that's an exaggeration, but like the basic math at the start level that everybody thinks of like multiplication and division and adding things, like that is a different beast than engineering math. That stuff is different, okay? Like the formulas, the way the problems function and work, like the whole concepts rearrange themselves completely. So math is a strange thing.
Concepts gonna rearrange.
What?
What, you don't know the Danny Phantom opening? His molecule was going. You said rearrange.
Oh,
and
okay.
my brain was
gosh.
like Danny Phantom.
I do that to Stevie all the time, and it kills her every time. Like I'm just gonna do this more every time you react like this.
Yes.
Danny Phantom, goated show.
Pretty good, from what I can recall. I didn't. Again, I watched.
Song?
I watched some of these shows, but like it was. I don't know. I was young and I just watched sporadic things. I like had a feel for some of them. I liked some of them. I didn't like others. Danny Phantom was one I had some decent memories of, but there were some episodes that I really didn't like. I couldn't tell you what they were, but I just remember that like vaguely it was not one of my favorite shows. I mean, I was totally a SpongeBob SquarePants kid, and once Funimation Channel was discovered, it was all over for every other channel that existed. For those of you who don't know, at one point Funimation, which has now been absorbed into Crunchyroll, was a channel that was actually on TV at one point that would show English dubbed shows on TV, and that was how I got into anime when I was like 10 or 11 or 12. I don't remember exact age, but around then. And because I'd already been vaguely interested because Beyblade was on Cartoon Network, but then like keep in mind, this is old Beyblade. This is more anime Beyblade than it is nowadays, from what I understand. At least when I started watching like Metal Fusion stuff, because that stuff seemed less anime. But the old anime was like their Beyblades would hit and then they would get beat up and like the city would get destroyed and they're fighting a battle in the sky and the monsters from their Beyblades are out fighting each other as they're represented by the Beyblades dueling, and oh my god, the fate of the world is at stake by the end of the series. Like it was a crazy time, but a good time. But point being, I discovered the Funimation Channel, and once that I was busy watching Bamboo Blade in English dubbed and Soul Eater in English dubbed and all those shows that were on the Funimation Channel, and then I just did not have as much of an interest in Cartoon Network or anything.
And don't forget Bakugan.
Bakugan, Battle Brawlers, yeah, that's right.
I think I watched Bakugan like on demand.
Do you remember playing with the toys? Because I remember that briefly. Yeah,
I remember.
They were so cool.
Yeah,
it was like, wait, this is way
I
better
had a
than
lot
Pokemon.
of them. I had the like version 2 or whatever, which were like slightly bigger, and
I remember getting a few.
I remember, like, I think Bakugan got, like, banned from our school or something.
Oh my
like
goodness,
that.
yeah.
Although our school banned a lot of things.
It happens every generation. We got Pokemon cards banned, so.
You guys got Pokemon cards banned? That's crazy. You got cards banned.
There was one time, like, I was a small kid. I was like, oh, I got this Bakugan. He's got such a high power. And then it's like one of the older kids was like, hey, I'll duel you. But we'll do like a stakes duel. Whoever wins gets the other's Bakugan. I'm like, there's no way I can lose. Mine has such high power.
Oh no.
And so then we like do the thing, and like mine has like way higher power. And then he's like, I play this card that swaps our power. And
I'm he gamed you!
I just picked up my Bakugan and ran.
He gamed you! He knew something you didn't.
I was like, pretend I don't know this man. I think he was like the older brother of one of my friends too.
Okay, no, that's just messed up. Okay. Nah, he tricked a child. Literally, that is like where the phrase "taking candy from a baby" is taken. Like, that's awful.
And like, I felt a little guilty, but I was like, no, I'm justified.
Looking back on it, you are 100% justified. This is an older kid playing on a younger kid with information that the younger kid doesn't have. Like, that is absolutely justified. Like,
I was using I'm pretty sure it was. I don't remember the names of the elements, but it was like the wind version Storm Skyrix. Except it was like an alternate version where instead of mostly green, it was mostly white with a little bit of green. And it was really cool.
Yep. Bakugan was the stuff back in the day.
And then we had a Japanese exchange student. I was like, you're Japanese, do you know Bakugan?
Bro, wait, did you actually?
Yeah.
Oh!
And he was just looking at like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, muttering to himself under his breath, like he felt like he was a failure.
No!
And at the time, I was like, that's strange. You're Japanese. And now I'm like, oh, no.
Oh!
I'm so sorry.
Oh, no. Oh,
I
that's...
was young and stupid.
Yeah, no, that's so funny.
Better.
That is so funny.
Now I think either I threw out my Bakugan or like somehow I don't know.
Yeah, I think I gave them away to some family members. Like,
I kind of missed them.
related
I think
family.
I was like, I don't need these anymore. I'm gonna do the good thing and get rid of them. And now I'm like,
Yeah.
I kind of wish I still had them.
Yeah, I still wish I had my Game Boy Advance. I gave or
I miss
SP.
my
I gave that one
childhood
away.
toys. I was like, I don't use these anymore. They're taking them. Also, my parents were always just like, get rid of stuff.
Yeah,
Get rid of stuff.
yeah,
I'm like, okay, fine. And now I miss all of that stuff.
yeah. I miss some of it.
I will admit I had too
But-
many babies. I probably had too much of all of it, but I
Yeah.
miss it.
It's hard because you got to decide what you actually want to keep and what you don't. But it is what it is. I'm not too torn up over it. It's not like I don't have other things that take up my time now. So, and any of that stuff that I used to play
I mean,
with
I'm
would
not saying I
absolutely
would
be
like
sitting in
use
a
them.
yeah.
I just keep them in a box and like, wow, look at them, and then close the box and put
Yeah.
them away again.
Yeah, and that's fine too. That's fine to a point. But if you do that for everything that you liked ever since you were a kid, you would have a lot of boxes of stuff that you look at once a month
Yeah.
or so. So like I understand both perspectives in the case. It's like it's hard to make that decision of what you need to get rid of or what you should
Yeah.
get rid of or what you look back on fondly as a kid. But like it is what it is. Also, I forgot to intro the podcast. I had an intro line, so we're gonna do that now. Welcome to Leave Your Brain at the Door. This is Jill, that's Bill, and I'm Pill, because we've got a tough one to swallow this time. I lied last time. I said I had a planned out thing. I did not finish planning it out, so now we're just chatting, and also I had a little game thing if we want to get to it. But if we also just chat, then like... How long have we been going for?
While.
41 minutes? Okay, chill, we have time.
Turn the light on.
I guess we should. Fine. Post duties.
I suppose we can turn the light on.
The light shall be
The
turned
sun is
on.
going down.
Is it yelling timber? I didn't think so.
I'm yelling timber.
Well,
Timber!
well, how long would it take that
How-
sound to get to us?
8 minutes.
That is correct. Approximately 8 minutes.
You guys
Oh.
see the rocket launch going to the moon?
A little
The
bit.
Artemis 2?
They were watching we watched a little bit of the live stream before the launch. In the purchasing office, the other Alan was watching it, and
I got
so
all
I watched a little
excited
bit.
thinking they were like,
No,
boo,
Nope.
on the moon, but
Nope.
they're just going around it,
Nope.
and then I immediately was like, whatever.
I will say some people one of the people in the office is convinced that the moon landing wasn't real because
I'm not
because
surprised.
because basically they said like why haven't we done it since, for one. For two, they had an ex-girlfriend that apparently was working on like going to land on the moon again, and they were working on it for like decades, and we never did it. And so like what are they paying her for? Which like it's like I can see the valid line of logic, but also I think what we're doing right now is a waste of money. What are we
Yeah.
gonna do with this information? We're
Yeah.
spending millions and millions of dollars to do this. I'm sure they're wonderful people. They're good at what they do. I'm not saying they don't deserve to be paid. I'm just saying, like, we do be running a massive deficit, and we do be spending a bunch of money to launch somebody to go around the moon.
Yeah.
Which is kind of wild.
Exactly, we need to be using that money to put them under the ocean.
Yeah, I mean, genuinely might be more useful. I mean, like, because again, the problem with space stuff, and is always a problem I have to bring up, is it's been good for, because we now have like the SpaceX thing, and that actually is good for providing like internet while in flight and stuff. Like there's an actual utility to that, but like in terms of like seeing things that are on other planets, the problem is what do you do with that information? It's not simple to bring that stuff back. So even if you were to find a useful material, it would have to be so valuable that it offsets the cost of bringing it back, because it does cost more money to equip the rockets with power such that they can bring back more weight. So It is
moon base.
very expensive. But like,
Yeah, we're screwing up this planet and no one cares about fixing it.
Yeah.
So we need to find another one to screw up.
yep.
Terraforming Mars.
Which is
Which is a great game which we should play right now.
it's pretty funny. We should play that sometime. It would take way longer than the podcast
Yeah.
lasts for, but good game. It's been a while since we played that. Wouldn't mind playing that. But yeah, just so
My
that's a
next
little bit of
podcast
it.
idea. We can shorten it.
Yeah, we have a way to shorten it. Yeah, point being was just I didn't finish planning with stuff. I have a few things to share as part of the banter
I
section.
have a quick thing.
Yes.
So, sun and waves and stuff got me thinking of it. So, as I'm sure I've told you before, my headset was like literally falling apart.
Yep.
And so I decided I'd get a new one.
Yep.
And this time, instead of just going to Best Buy and picking whichever one looked the coolest, I decided to actually do some research
Okay.
to get like a good one.
Yeah.
So, they're good enough. I'll say their name. I got a Sennheiser. It's called the
Not the Sennheiser PC37X?
No.
That one was being sponsored for so
Momentum
long.
4 is what it's called.
Okay.
Noise canceling, active noise canceling, which you can turn off, and that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Anyways, so it's Bluetooth,
Mm-hmm.
and so I had it on last night, and I came down to put some food in the microwave,
Mm-hmm.
and I found out something interesting. Turning on the microwave disrupts Bluetooth.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what's interesting is that, like, one thing I've noticed is that my Bluetooth headphones will actually mess with my key detection for my car. So there's a thing that, like, basically you can put, if you have your keys, you can put your like thumb on the door handle to lock it, and you can also just pull open the door and it will unlock automatically if the key is detected nearby. But if I'm holding the key and the Bluetooth headphones, like the case with them in it, together in the same hand, it will not register it. Like it won't be able to. Or like I have the side pocket where I put my headphone case and my key. If I don't have them like separated, like they're on top of each other, the car will say key not detected, and won't let me start the car. So yeah, it's the interference that. It just goes to show you that the technology that somebody had to develop and like that stuff is actually real. Like there are circumstances where they interfere and don't work because there is a basis in reality and it's not magic, right? Which sometimes people tend to forget because it is nice how convenient they are and how much they work.
Computers still just like don't comprehend to me.
It is so wild that somebody was like, I'm gonna put little pieces of metal on board of other metal and put things together and it's gonna light and it just kept getting more complicated. At first it was like, I'm gonna make it so the electricity can turn this light bulb on, and then it was like, okay, so that this could show, and it's like 1 pixel, and then it's like 16 pixels was revolutionary at one point. Then it like, and now it's like, yeah, the resolution, like 4K resolution, it's like that's 4,000. No, it's because wait, hold on. 4K, is that the total? That's not the multiple. It's 4K.
4096 by something.
Yeah. So multiply those two numbers together, and that big number is how many little pixels are on the screen.
Is it by like 1600 or like 1200?
I mean, let's just do some hypothetical. Well, let me look it up actually. 4K monitor dimensions
Remind me that reminded me of something I heard the other day.
in pixels. So it's 3840 by 260 or 2160.
Yeah.
3840
I don't know where I got
times
4096.
2160 gets you 8,294,400 little tiny bulbs that have to light up in 3 different colors.
Yep.
And that's how computers work, or like monitors work, I should say. And that's not to say anything of operating systems or any of that crap. Like that, it is crazy complicated, and our generation are just people who did not invent this. Absolutely take it for granted a lot of the time because it is crazy how complicated that stuff is.
Yeah.
I always think about like, who was the first person to discover that like this plant is good for like this medicinal use, or like how did it's usually with foods. But I'm like, how did people just be like, and I'm gonna eat this thing, or I'm gonna stick it in hot water, and wow, it helps with this thing.
Yep.
And
drink milk directly from cow.
Yep.
And that reminds me, I was listening to Go My Favorite Sports Team last weekend. And it was a recent episode, and it was brought up that apparently, like at the time of the episode recording, a trend with runners was to make butter while you're running. You like in your backpack or something, you just have like a little like container or bag of milk, and the like bouncing of your body
the motion
churns the milk, and so like they go run for a while and then have butter by the end of
I made butter.
And so all these runners are just making homemade butter, and there's a theory that that's how the first butter was made and discovered. Like
probably somebody transporting
milk,
and then
and it's
just
getting like jostled around, and then it's butter by the time they got to their destination.
Possibly. I mean, it is wild to think about how any of these developed, and also, I mean, even just from a supply chain perspective, you think about all the steps that food has to go through in order to get at your grocery store, and then that has to happen like at least once a week, every week of the year. Like that's crazy. That's pretty crazy. Cool stuff.
Life is a simulation.
Blue pill or red pill?
Purple pill.
You understand what I'm referencing, yeah? Yes? Okay. Just
I know. The purple is a hard pill to swallow.
Bringing it back. Alright, the other thing, so I had some other topics. If you guys don't have another interjection, if you do.
I learned some cool science things this week.
Okay. Would you like to go off?
I scammed Jacob again.
What? You scammed him?
Well, not really, but yes. Should I elaborate?
Gretchen, do you want him to elaborate first, or do you want to go off first?
I learned. I don't know how recent. I don't remember how recently this animal was discovered.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a species of rodent in Laos that like the local people had known about for like forever. But it wasn't known to science until fairly recently, if I'm remembering correctly.
Okay.
And at first look, they thought it was just like related to rats because it looked like just kind of like a bigger rat.
Yeah.
But it was different. It was like too different from rats. And then a different scientist from like a different group was looking at a fossil of a rodent, and they were like, hey, wait a minute. This looks like that living animal that they just found over there.
Kind of similar.
Maybe it's like a descendant, because it was previously thought that this family of rodents went extinct 11 million years ago. They didn't.
They didn't? They just been chilling that whole time?
Yeah, it's like not
chilling
exactly the same, but just like this one species is the only living descendant of this family that went but this one went extinct 11 million years ago. And they've just been chilling over in
Laos.
Asia. Laos is in Asia?
I think so. I think that's Southeast Asia, I want to say. Let me double check.
And also,
geography good.
I got another thing that I just remembered. But carry on.
Also, I don't think this happened this week, but I've seen all of the press about it this week. Scientists captured on video, and sound from all angles the sperm whale giving birth, and it has led to some crazy discoveries about like whale culture and population dynamics. And also they have a language, and scientists are working on translating it.
It's pretty cool.
It's not like, words, but like they make these like clicks and stuff. And sperm whales.
Are you telling me that we're gonna be able to communicate with whales soon?
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't think they're really gonna be able to do much with that information. It would be really cool, but I don't think we can do that much with that information.
Sperm whales make these.
We come in peace.
Yeah,
we will not hurt you.
Just tell them to leave, and they won't the boats won't interfere with them or something. I don't know.
I think the problem is that misuse. We will not hurt you. Pulls out spear gun.
Yeah.
It can be used for nefarious purposes just as well as it can be used for positive purposes, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, if they even have words for "come here" or
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Also, assuming they're that we can communicate in them.
They communicate in these specific series of clicks that are called codas, and they do know that like each batch of sounds is unique for likely like individuals. Each have a unique set of sounds that applies to them, and like probably like instructions. And so they're working on decoding all of these, and I was like, I was not expecting that to be a sentence that I would hear in 2026. We are working on decoding the sperm whale language.
Of course, it had to be sperm whales too. I'm sorry, I have inappropriate humor. Forgive me, I am a stupid straight male. I have stupid humor.
They're called sperm whales because of the sperm
I
organ
don't
in their
care.
head.
It has sperm in the name.
Yeah.
It's like walking up to someone and trying to explain that 69 is really not funny. I don't understand why you're laughing so hard. It's 69, man.
Gretchen, it would be like not laughing at a blue-footed booby. Like, come on.
Come on!
Well, it's actually called the booby because no one
No,
cares.
I don't
It's
care!
called a booby.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. Thank you, John. But yeah, that's pretty cool. We're decoding sperm whale language. You were saying you were gonna elaborate on something.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna do the smaller one first that I just remembered.
Okay.
So,
It's not about the size.
if
of
there's like a sword from like Middle East or Asia or something, where it's like a curved sword, what do you call that?
Scimitar?
Incorrect. You are sword racist.
Fuck me, I guess. I don't care.
That was the answer I was looking for. But
Yeah, I
so
figured
that
that's
I
what
can
you
tell
were. I figured that's what you were asking for. So I was like, sure.
So, scimitar
Uh-huh.
is. I'm gonna give you some background here.
Yeah.
It is a mispronunciation by Italians of the word shamshir,
Oh.
which is either like a name of a specific sword or like a
Patient
sword from
breakdown.
like from legends or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And so that's fine. Like there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
The problem is either shamshir or scimitar. The video wasn't super clear on which one. Became like the word for evil in a certain language or something like that.
Yeah.
And also the word scimitar was used to refer to just like non-European curved swords.
Ah, yeah.
And so, which is funny because the guy who was doing this video, who's clearly an expert in the swords, was saying European curved swords, the blades were imported from like Turkey or like non-European places, and it was just the handles that were European. So European swords are not European that are curved.
Yeah. That's
and
funny.
so, if you see a curved sword, just call it a saber, and then you're not racist anymore.
I don't care. I'm probably still gonna call it a scimitar.
Yeah.
That's how people will know what I'm talking about.
That reminded me, I learned that the word for villain comes from an old word that the nobility used to call the serfs that would work their farms. Was Villein, I think.
Okay.
And then that turned into the word villain, meaning someone evil.
Interesting. Etymology. Cool stuff.
Anyways, so I was having so Jacob Ramsey and I were playing Space Marine 2 the other night.
Okay.
And then Jacob said like, "Oh, I gotta go talk to my dad with something," and we were like, "Oh, how long is he gonna take?" Because Jacob.
Yeah, Jacob might just disappear for 3 hours and come back later.
And then so Ramsey and I had a conversation about dads being talkative.
Yes.
And so then Jacob comes back. He had his wireless headset on the whole time, so he heard everything we were saying, of course. And he goes, "John, your dad was pretty talkative." And I'm like, "Yeah, he was." And then he goes, I remember one time I was over at your house, and he was talking me through that song he wrote, that like classical song, and he was talking about like how each part correlated to like part of a fantasy battle. Like, oh, here the heroes are like fighting back, and here they're retreating, and here they're like gathering to talk, blah 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 blah. And he's like, your dad's the reason I listen to classical or like orchestral music. And I'm like, oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
And he goes, I really liked that song too. What was it called? I was like, oh yeah, it's called Final Battle. Also, the orchestra at our high school played it, and that was pretty cool. And Jacob's like, yeah, Gretchen.
Whoa.
He was like, John, like I really want to listen to that again. If you find it and like send it to me, I'll buy you a game. And so I was like, I'm pretty sure that laptop I got from my dad has all of his songs on it. And so I fired it up. I was like, okay, it's got 8% left. Maybe, no, it died. I plugged it in. I uploaded, he had a whole folder. It was, because he called his music RD Tunes. And it was like, the folder was called like RD Tunes Keepers. And I just uploaded it. It was like 230 something files. And now that's in my Google Drive. And so then I shared it with him. And he was like, okay, what game do you want? And I'm like, ooh, this is the part where like my morals come into play. Like how much money
do you want to sack him for?
How much money of a game
is
I was
this
like
worth?
going back and forth. I was like thinking, I was like, oh, I don't know. Like I had mentioned that I was interested in No Man's Sky lately, and it was on sale, but it wasn't on sale anymore. And so I was like, that felt kind of weird. Yeah. Jacob's like, ooh, what about Crimson Desert? And I was like, I was interested in Crimson Desert, but also it's a $70 game. And then Jacob's like, oh, Jacob noises. And then a few minutes later, I see you've received a gift. I'm like, oh.
Nice.
So that's the story of how I got Crimson Desert.
Look, I'll say fantastic. Golden opportunity missed. That is the perfect Rickrolling moment. Upload Rickroll to him. You totally whiffed on that, man. You could still send him send him the actual song afterwards, but you should have uploaded Rickroll first. Especially since it was, I don't know what day you did this, but close to April Fool's.
Yeah, it was like a day or two ago.
Dude! Oh! Golden opportunity whiffed. Oh well.
That would be pretty funny.
That would have been hilarious, and then you're like, okay, here's the actual thing. But
speaking of Rickroll, so like a couple weeks ago, I was going through a like Unis Honest highlights phase, and I saw one where they were like trying to get this channel to be the fastest to hit 1 million subscribers or something like that. The channel was just named like Steven Norbert or something like that. I don't remember. It's just some random name. I don't even know if they owned the channel or not. And so I was like, oh, I'm curious. I'm going to go look up the channel. And I look up the channel. They have one video, and it was that video, which is why I'd never seen that video before, because it wasn't even uploaded to Unis Honest. It was uploaded to this channel that they didn't promote at all on Unis Honest, as far as I remember.
Wow.
And then it had 2 other videos. There's one called like Unis Honest 2, and one called like This Channel is Back or something like that. And I'm like, okay, obviously these are fake.
Yeah.
But like, what did they say? And both of them were just Rickrolls.
Glorious.
So I'm like,
glorious.
I don't count this as getting Rickrolled because I knew that it wasn't real, but also I did get Rickrolled.
Yeah. Have confirmed Laos is sandwiched between Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, Myanmar, and China.
Yeah, I knew it was near
It's Southeast Asia. So we were right. It'd be that Southeast Asia, Anyways, so that's Laos.
Alright, so it's been an hour. Who's the winner?
Listen. I have a few things that I did want to yap about briefly before we finish, as this has just been an entire episode, but that's fine. So have you guys been getting the Oreo ads? Because at one point I would have been understanding of these ads because I too was just a fiend for the filling, but now I physically cringe at these ads that I'm getting because it's like, why? You don't need a fork or a spoon, and it shows them, and it's like taking off the top, scooping the cream out, dipping the cream in the milk, and eating and then dipping the cream. I'm like, no! What are you doing? What are you doing? No!
It makes me feel physically ill.
That's how I felt. I'm like watching. I'm like, Why? No, stop! Don't do that! 'Cause at one point, as a child, absolutely, I was like, just eat the cream. But I have since awoken, and now I eat the Oreo cookie like a normal human being, and dip it in milk, or not dip it in milk, and just eat the cookie wholesale.
Proud of you.
But oh my goodness, those ads. And then, another thing I had written down, because I debated sending it online, but my response to this was, YouTube, what the are you trying to tell me here? Is it because I didn't click on the AI anime chatbot ads, which I believe I have sent you some screenshots of those that I get on YouTube.
They're getting worse.
They are getting worse. They're getting so crazy. I can't believe they're allowed to show that on YouTube. But for those of you who don't know, who don't get this put into your ads occasionally, is that sometimes YouTube's been having some sexy anime chatbot ads that are AI art and AI chatbots or whatever, and it's very cringe. And man, if you accidentally scroll down, they are straight up NSFW basically. Would not want to be seen as having that ad pop up as I'm scrolling in public. And
there's always a caption or a message that's like, we don't censor anything.
Yeah. There's always it's always very intensely implying heavily sexual NSFW stuff. But I also get random ads of other stuff, and I texted Quinn about this because he was the first person I thought of, because there is this stereotype among programmers to some degree. But where's the ad? You know what? I'll just go to Quinn because I know I sent it to him. But I got this ad, which I will show you guys. And my response was, YouTube, what the are you trying to tell me here? And obviously, since maybe I'll send it to John so you can throw it up on screen, but it is an ad with stockings, striped stockings, and it says, "Go to your go-to femboy store. Achieve the femboy aesthetic with Femboy Fatale. Get 20% off of your first order. Buy now. Sponsored Femboy Fatale." And I was like, what are you trying to tell me? What have I done that has made you think this? That I would be interested in click on. And he had a very possible theory, which makes sense, because I guess there is this stereotype among certain programmers. But he said, anime, because I told him, what are you trying to tell me? Is it because I didn't click on any of the ads, like the AI anime chatbot ads? And he said, anime, gotcha, and probably a little programming in your algo. It fucking clocked you as a femboy. So I've been clocked by the algorithm as possibly a femboy. But the good news is, other things I have been clocked by, a woman because of ads for products that are specifically for women. Obviously regular straight male stuff like anime, chatbot, gooner stuff. Just normal normal father-parent thing, thing you would need for a child. Mm-hmm. So I've been clocked I've been clocked as literally everything under the sun, so I'm chilling. I'm just an amorphous blob out here.
I have targeted ads turned off, so my ads are just...
Yeah, I know. The problem is even
ads for
non-targeted.
Government positions.
Oh yeah, I get those too, yeah.
The, government, various races, alcohol, sometimes, diapers and stuff. I don't know.
Well, the thing...
I don't have kids.
The thing about non-targeted...
And also, this is usually on your account, though. When we're watching down here, we'll get, Edison ads that are in, Chinese.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I remember one of the ads I sent you guys was, the Russian chatbot, and I'm like, I can't read what the ad is saying. I just see, in the sponsor line, it's in English, but, it's I can't read what this even says. What is the point?
Gretchen said something to me the other day.
Uh-huh.
She was like, why can't I hide this? Why can't I tell YouTube not to send me this ad when it's not tracking my ad data?
Gretchen Bliss.
She's like, I should be able to tell them I don't want to see this ad, but also they don't get to know anything about me.
Yeah, no, that's unfortunately not how it works. Also, non-targeted ads still is targeted. It's just less targeted because it's just for the generic audience that would watch that video.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Or if it's
or
if it's scrolling, it's for.
ads.
Oh yeah, AI ads all over the place as well. But
I only get ads if I'm using the TV or my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And on my phone, I'm not paying attention because it means I'm driving, usually. And on the TV...
You should not say that the way you said that. I mean, like it's
Yeah,
it's
I'm not
fine.
paying
I know
attention.
what you
Because I don't
mean.
look at the screen
I know
when
what
I'm
you
driving.
I know what you mean, but I'm just saying like with them sandwiched next to each other, I'm like that.
When I'm
Can't be
driving,
bad.
I'm paying attention to my surroundings and thus not my phone and thus
Yeah.
not the ads.
Mm-hmm. But
I'm a good driver, I promise.
yeah, well, it's technically speaking, and nobody really follows this, but technically speaking, you're not supposed to be using your phone at all.
I thought it was just you're not supposed
You're
to look at
allowed
your phone.
to, if you have a mount for it, you're allowed to do anything that only requires like one touch. But
Mhm.
anything more than that, in California at least, you're not allowed to. It's a
Yeah.
new law, 2026 law.
Oh, for real? Okay. I thought it was just already straight up not allowed.
I mean, I don't know what the previous ones were, but
Not a lawyer.
I
We'll have to
saw,
ask Jackson in 10 years.
Yeah, that's what he's studying.
Yeah. Notably, what he is studying, but
Anyways, going back to what I was saying.
yes.
So like, I only know the ads it sends me on the TV,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if those are because it's on the TV or if those are like the ads that I would get normally.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all pretty much just like political stuff. And then, like Gretchen said, the Chinese stay away from downed wires and call this number line
Yeah.
ads.
I think it's interesting seeing like I don't know.
car ads.
Ads are bad. Are feel awful pretty much no matter what. I mean, like targeted or not targeted. It's like when it's targeted, it's heavily sexualized anime ads, and when it's not anime game ads or anime ads, and when it's not targeted, it's a little bit of that, and then a bunch of miscellaneous stuff that's also annoying to see.
Yeah, but it's not. At least it's not like a 5-minute unskippable block, like TV used to have.
Yeah, but it's getting there. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but YouTube's been cranking up the at least on mobile the ads in terms of like I'm noticing now because before they had an issue that I was always happy, but basically they would have 2 ads, but if the first ad was skippable and you skip the first ad, it just skips the second ad entirely. That doesn't really happen anymore. Now the first ad's like always unskippable, and more often I've been getting the 2 full 15-minute or 15-second long ads as opposed to like any skippable ads whatsoever.
When I watch on mobile, it's only like a few seconds.
They must have gotten some really bad reception though to when they had 3 ads, because I got 3 ads on a video at one point, and it happened like once or twice, and then I never saw it again since. So I think they got some bad reception on 3 of 3 ads. You know.
I'm still confused why I opened YouTube on my phone that one day, and I got a little thing that said like, click here to get started setting up your like parent supervision, because otherwise you won't be able to access your channel. And I'm like,
What?
do you think I am a child using YouTube? Because I've had my Gmail for many years. My Gmail account itself is at least like almost a young adult.
Well, but so YouTube accounts, like while they're linked to Gmail accounts, like I think except for like I don't know if you have multiple
my
accounts,
YouTube account might be
accounts on
even
there.
older.
So I don't know.
And, like,
Wait, how could it be older? Didn't you have to have? Well, no, that was
No, 'cause it was YouTube. It
yeah, it was
wasn't
YouTube
Google.
originally. Yeah,
Yeah, I made a YouTube account before I made a Gmail account, I think.
that's wild. I did not.
I'm not sure
did
about
not. I definitely had a Gmail account around the same time I got.
But
a
then,
YouTube
like,
account.
I clicked the more information, and it was just like, oh, some places require you to have like a parent supervising account for your YouTube channel, and here's the list of places that require this. Brazil, and then it went on talking. I'm like, I'm not a child. I've had my YouTube account for at least a decade.
I hope you're not too upset about this, because this sounds like an obvious sentence error. Like
I'm not in
things
Brazil.
happen.
Okay, I'm not in Brazil. And then I was like, okay, this isn't helpful to me, so I was like, let's see what happens. I clicked on the get started, and it was like, oh, you need more than one account in order to have the like family blah blah blah, and then it didn't give me any further options, so I was like,
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Sounds like
if
it was
I
just sent an
suddenly
error.
lose access to my YouTube account, I don't know.
Probably not gonna
I
happen.
sent a feedback thing, and it was like, or for the like little information blurb, and it was like, was this helpful? And I clicked no. And then they're like, oh, can you tell us why? And I said, I am not a child or a teenager. So no, this was not helpful to me at all. And then I sent it.
Yeah. It sounds like it was probably just sent in error. That happens.
Yeah, my Gmail account, my primary one, my first one, was made in school. I don't remember. I think it was 5th grade. It might have been 4th grade, but I think it was 5th grade.
Mm-hmm.
So it's at least 16 years old.
Yeah, mine's. That's around when I made my YouTube and Gmail. I was like 13 or something. Because I think that was what you had to be to make a Gmail. It's like 13 years old.
Well, I definitely wasn't 13.
Yeah, I think I may have made mine originally like. No, I don't remember. I don't remember exactly, and I'm not gonna try and pretend like I know.
I probably still have all my
around that time.
classmates' Gmails and my contacts as well.
According to this,
Mm-hmm.
why does it have the? That's my other email. My YouTube account is 14 years old.
Mm.
Which still, did they think I made an account as a newborn baby?
Again, like I said, pretty sure it was just sent in error. Tech is bad sometimes, and people screw up.
They're using their age calculation algorithms, and they're probably like, "Oh, 14 years old, child."
Yeah, something. Here we go. YouTube
You watch a lot of...
joined December 30th, 2012. So I was, in fact, 13 when my YouTube account was at least made.
I was...
Oh, speaking of the AI ads.
Oh, I've been getting that one too. I hate it so much because it's like it's more realistic. So it's not. So what John just showed is an AI like 60 NSFW ad, but it's they did like a realism filter on it, so it's not like anime waifu. Like it's not very clearly, and it's still very clearly like AI generated / fake as hell. But like it's more realism looking, so it's more disturbing in my opinion. But they like it's just a blatantly fake, and like the boobs are exaggerated, and it's cringe. It's very cringe. But I have been getting that ad as well occasionally, and it's just frustrating. No start stop required. Oh, help increase your sex drive. Hymns.
I made my YouTube account in 2011.
Wow.
Wow. Look at you. You were
I
rebel.
was 12.
Yeah, look at you. Wow.
Okay, so I guess my Gmail is older than my YouTube, but now they're like combined.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah. I mean,
YouTube,
they're combined now.
I do want more Asian TV shows in my YouTube feed. YouTube, I have personalized ads turned off. I don't want a custom home feed. Go away.
I can probably check when I made my Gmail.
There, I had YouTube Premium once upon a time, many years ago, and then I canceled it.
Oh, okay.
When they were like, "Hey, we're increasing the price."
Oh yeah, price hikes. Yeah.
That was only the first time. That was the very, very, very first time they'd increased the price, and they just
it's been ramped up quite a bit.
Begging me to come back.
Yep.
They just keep giving me free trials.
Well, because they know.
Yeah, sure. I'll use your free trial and
they
then
really want to
cancel
look
it.
you back again. I mean, you're a potential. The SaaS is very profitable, and for those of you who don't know, SaaS stands for Software as a Service, because and this is not true of AI, and it's actually one of the big problems they're making in the business side of AI is they're treating it like they're using the SaaS business model, but it doesn't actually work that way because SaaS was so profitable because software as a service is that generally speaking, the incremental costs for adding a customer are very minimal because of the scale that you work at with and the server space. Like all that is very considered. The cost per customer for the supplier are very minimal, and the profits they can keep off of a renewing subscription create large margins. So it becomes a very possibly profitable business as long as you can acquire that customer base. The problem, this is turned into a rant about AI, but the problem why this model doesn't work with AI is because the more a user uses AI, the more costs shoot up dramatically. Because if you use a bunch of AI tokens talking to a chatbot, it costs a lot more. It's not like software where there's minimal cost per customer. It is significant costs incurred per customer. So using a subscription model basis with unlimited access once you've subscribed does not work right. That doesn't function. that is a recipe for disastrous business that fails. Sorry, that was just a minor AI business rant. As to why some of that business model does not work with AI stuff.
But like, it's almost every other YouTube video that I watch, I get a little pop-up at the bottom that's like,
please come back, please.
You could experience this video without ads if you subscribe again. And I'm like,
speaking of subscriptions, I'm fed up with my internet. I'm about to like downgrade our internet costs because they keep jacking up the prices. Speaking of which, like, it was started at like, and to be fair, it was like, I mean, I assume it was a decent deal. It was like, originally it was like $80 a month for a gigabit, which, you know, gigabit fiber optics, pretty decent. But now it's all the way, they kept jacking up slowly, like it was slowly over time, but now it's at $105 per month. So it's been jacked up significantly. And I've been fed up. I've not liked them in the first place because their stupid app doesn't work with my account. Someone got bugged when my account was made, and to where it doesn't work with the app when I log in, and just bugs out and none of the information is actually displayed on the app, and I can't pay my bills or anything. So I have to call in every month to pay my bill and deal with the automated payment system over the phone. It pain in the butt, but it's like not. I tried calling customer service at one point and just couldn't get them to actually do it. They said they made a ticket to fix it, and oh yeah, we're fixing that problem, but they never actually did anything about it. And also the ticket number they gave me was either completely phony, or also their ticketing system doesn't work, because like I went to where it's like, oh, look here, you can check your help ticket, except the box where you enter the help ticket number is not able to be entered into. Like, it's just a box that like, you would think you can click on it and like type in stuff, but you click on it and it's not, you can't type into it. It's just a visual. And I was like, oh, this is, because it was a pain in the butt to get on the phone with a person in the first place. And so I was just like, for a while, especially when they weren't jacking up the rates, I was like, it's just not worth it. I can keep paying by phone. It takes, 5 minutes once a month, whatever. But now I'm getting to the point where I'm like, you guys keep jacking up the rates. I don't like that. At the very least, I want to downgrade to half gigabit, because I don't even think I need a full gigabit, to be quite frank. It especially helps when you buy your own router that's actually good, as opposed to the shitty router they give you. Because the shitty router they give you will never give you anywhere close to the up-down that they portray, whereas if you get your a good router and set up your own system like my mom did. My mom's kind of kick-ass. She set up the whole thing herself. We got like a mini server room in a closet downstairs that's like the router and all set up, and the Ethernet plugs and stuff. She got it all set up to where I got Ethernet. But yeah, anyways, I don't like Frontier. Boo. If you want to sponsor us, fix my internet first, then sponsor us, please.
I'm sure they're just dying to.
Yeah, truly. I mean, ISP is known for their generosity, truly. Oh, and then I love April Fools and Gacha games because they're always so silly and so fun. The Nikkei one was very goofy and silly. They had they've had a running gag now of basically the operator that's a non-combat person that shows up and like gives you mission information and like keeps you in contact with like higher ups or whatever in Nikkei. For April Fools, they'll have like a mission centered around her like showing up. I think it was first year, it was like her just showing up and like fighting on combat and her being an actual unit. And then the second year, it was a character that everybody hates, Suen, being forced into combat and like crying, like shooting over her head wildly and not being able to hit anything. And then you just hold the screen long enough until it builds up the burst gauge, and then her burst gauge is her favorite squad, the Maxwell, Laplace and Drake squad showing up with like Giga Chad, or like just showing up in their like little, the Doro things, the little white dog things with the chibi face on it.
Yeah.
Those versions just run like break through the screen, run on, make the like kerfuffle clouds and stuff, and then an image shoots out with them with like Giga Chad faces in the background show up, and then like the screen gets wiped. And then the third one was a story about a mecha Shifty, with Shifty as the operator, and it's just a like plain hold on, I gotta show the image because it's funny. It's just a plain like robot. So it's not like an anime waifu like all the other characters, right? It's Mecha Shifty. So in the previous year, and it was a joke, they're like, oh, they basically wanted to destroy humanity, but then you convinced them.
Miku, is that you?
we convince them like, nah, humanity's good, it's okay. And she's like, I will allow you benevolent beings to live, and I will destroy the Megazord monster that I created. And then it turns out, we found out this year that let's see, what was the I think so. This year, Mekami Shifty showed up in an asteroid, so an alien. It's a hot anime waifu. It's Shifty, but what if she was older and had boobs and stuff? Because normal Shifty is not this hot. Hot is debatable, but point being, shows up in an asteroid and was like, yeah. So Mecha Shifty at one point sent out like space wireless beams, and like our civilization advanced on a distant planet, and we have advanced technology and stuff, and she runs on AAA batteries. she runs AAA, but basically she was bad at Mecha Shifty because the Mecha Shifty like abandoned her or something. It was something very stupid, and then they fought because she went to this abandoned base, and it was just crazy, and it ended with a very fan service scene of this happening, in which the commander is basically, Mecha Shifty is like, here, you must punish her as well. I've reprogrammed her to be like ashamed and stuff, and it's like, and then commander's like, nah, I think I'm good. Let me not. But Mecha Shifty's like, no, you must do it, please. And then it's like, anyway, and like she's just prostrated there, and commander's like, no, you don't, like, no. And then just for a moment it's like, and they do this occasionally with silly events and comedy events where they'll have the commander give in to stupid desires that are a trap or a problem, just so that they can be caught. Like, because they never even actually go through with it. They just do this motion, and then the main squad shows up and opens the door because they were planning on playing an April Fool's prank on them, and they're like, they see this image of the commander with his hand raised and the character prostrated out, and then they just all go, oh, we'll just leave. And commander's, of course, is like, no, please, this is a misunderstanding. I was never gonna... And they're like, we're just... And it's just a silly, goofy time. And a bunch of other games also do April Fool's stuff. It's just a good time. Because they had, like... This was fully voiced and stuff. It was goofy. I love people investing in stupid April Fool's jokes. Also just investing into the game.
Resident Evil 9 posted a clip. It was like a mishmash of some of the really early cutscenes in the game, and Leon and Grace's voice actors voiced each other, and they just like pasted like the heads over.
Yes.
It was great. I'm Leon Kennedy. Grace Ashcroft. FBI.
Sorry, I did rant for a very long time about that, but it was just a goofy Nikkei April Fool's thing. Me like April Fool's jokes in gacha games. Also, I've been cripplingly addicted to Enfield. It's a good thing I never got into Factory IO, because like I was like, where did the time go? I was like, I'm just gonna, screw it, let's do this next day. I'm gonna play through some main story of it. Why did 4 hours pass? How did that happen? That was my entire evening. What? Like I got, let's do it for a little bit. Wait, why is it 10? What? What happened? Where did the time go?
This isn't a gacha game, but I got this cute little indie game called Tiny Bookshop. And last weekend when I was sick, I wasn't like, bedridden, deathbed sick. So I was able to like actually do stuff, but was mostly laying around. So I was like, this is a good time to play my cozy little indie game where I run a tiny bookshop. I played it all day.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, let me just pick my next destination and let me just like decorate my little bookshelf and let me just put like, what assortment of books do I need today? And like when you're like the days, you have your little bookshop is just literally a trailer that you pull with your car, and you start out with one bookshelf that has like a few shelves on it, and people just come in and like you start the day, you open up your little trailer bookshop, and like the people start coming in. Most of the time, you're just kind of sitting there like watching. You can interact with the environment around it and stuff. And like sometimes a person will come in and be like, I need help finding a book.
Yep.
And they'll be like, I really like this book, or I'm looking for this genre. It has to be this, but I also like this and this. And then I get to like
interact,
really purse through my like each specific book on the
peruse
shelf
and parse
and
through
be like, which one? And then it was dark outside. I was like, I haven't been playing that long.
Yeah.
Because I keep being like, okay, I'll finish this day.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll like switch whatever I'm doing. Or I'll go downstairs.
It's always...
But the gameplay, it just loops so smoothly.
Yeah.
It's like, well, there's no like, okay, in between.
I feel like this style of game was...
God.
I feel like that style of game was like the precursor to like gacha games of like the like addictive loop of just a little bit more, just a little bit more, just a little bit more. Like and like it can keep going just like effectively infinitely, and like I mean like some of the ones that I had like you guys remember like way back in the day where I had the, like Fish Tank game or whatever at one point maybe that was because that was the Zuzu Fairy. No, it was a mobile app. It was like
Fishdom.
I don't remember the name. I don't think it was Fishdom, but
How long ago
I
are we
played all the
talking?
fish games.
Like literally, I was playing it on my mom's phone originally, so I didn't have a phone at the time. We're talking like middle school, pre-middle school. I couldn't tell you. But point being, that style of game of like minimal interaction, but there is a little bit of interaction, and it can kind of keep going. I feel like.
And
I mean,
there
at least it was part of the precursor.
There are a few like named characters that will come up and talk to you and like befriend you, and they have like their each individual little like story that goes along with them, and they'll have little quests for you like, oh, can you get like this many shells for me by the end of summer? And it's like, okay, I gotta make sure I go to this place, and like all the little things you can decorate your bookshop with, or like they'll give you like plus
Ultra.
They'll
give like certain genres like slightly higher sales chance or slightly lower sales chance.
Slightly more number go up.
I don't really look at all of that. I'm just like, new thing, slap it on there. New thing, slap it
Number
on
go
there.
up.
Dude, I got so many slots to slap things on my bookshelf. There's no like theme or anything. I just, everything I get, it goes on there. I have a dog now. He's really cute. He sits on a bed outside my bookshop.
Nice.
His name is Buddy.
Wow.
He was a stray and I saved him.
Wow.
I gave him a fish.
Do you have to clean up his poop?
True dog owner.
I open my bookshop and he just appears outside the bookshop,
Mm-hmm.
and then when I close up for the day,
Mm-hmm.
he disappears.
Yep.
The customers love him. He just sits there going like that all day.
Everybody loves animals. Well,
I have a skull too. It's plastic though.
oh, okay.
I think it gives like a
I was gonna
minus...
say, like, did you kill somebody?
Like, hang on a
I
second.
think it gives like a minus chance to one of the genres, but I'm like,
Whatever. It's
whatever. Put it on there.
Hey, I didn't even have to burn my burner topic. This is great. We just got to yap the whole time.
Stop.
Fine by me. Anyways, I did decide on a winner. Do not ask how. Gretchen, you have won the episode.
Woo.
Did you flip a coin in your head?
No. But I did something equally bad.
Roll a die in your head?
Nope.
I got nothing.
I actually just went to Google and told it to flip a
Wow.
coin.
Flip a coin
I
on
told
your
it to
phone.
flip a
That's
coin.
even worse?
I don't know. It depends. That
You used
depends
so
on
much water to come to the conclusion.
No, I didn't. That was Google. It wasn't any AI associated with that? I
Google
flipped the
uses
coin.
AI probably. I don't
What?
know. Anyways.
I mean, Google does use AI,
Gretchen,
but like
give
not
me
for
a
flipping a
response.
coin.
I won.
That's all you have to say? Well, hope you enjoyed us yapping. This has been another episode of Leave Your Brain at the Door. We'll see you next week. I believe there was probably a break because Gretchen was sick in between episodes. So wherever the gap was in between episodes, Gretchen was sick. That's why. Sorry we keep having breaks, but life happens. What you gonna do?
Pay us money, we won't have breaks.
Exactly. Exactly.
Bye.
Bye.